Hey everyone, my name is Zach. Welcome to Featuring Fatherhood, where we talk all things faith, family, and fatherhood related. Today, I'm going to share with you guys a product that my wife and I have been using with our daughter Amelia, and I think is really awesome for young kids, and maybe could be awesome for your kids as well. This is a play kit by a company called Lovevery. Now, I am not sponsored by Lovevery. They're not paying me to say any of this. I just really like unboxing videos, and I thought it would be fun to do an unboxing video. My wife just got this kit in the mail a couple of days ago, and so we haven't opened it up yet. We haven't checked it out, so I thought it'd be fun to do it here and show you guys what's inside the box and kind of talk about what Lovevery is, what Montessori toys are a little bit, and maybe how they can be beneficial for your kids, how we've seen them be beneficial for Amelia. So let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so opening up the box, the first thing that you see here is this play kit description. It shows you on the back side all the different toys that are in this box, and even their suggested path for using them, like which toy do you give to the kids first. And this box, by the way, is the adventurer box. So they have boxes that are made specifically for different age groups. So this one is the 16 to 17 to 18 month age group. And so every toy in here is going to be focused specifically on what kids need to be able to develop and grow at that age group. So we'll go through all of these. So the first thing that comes in the box, and I think this is probably the most important thing, is this little book. So this is obviously for parents. This isn't for the kids. But this book basically walks you through what all the toys are, how to use them, why they're important for the kids' growth at this point. And then it also gives you some tips and tricks and things like that to help your kids engage these toys a little bit more. So I actually find this probably to be the best thing in this box, because it definitely shows you how to use these toys, but it also gets you thinking about where are your kids at developmentally, what spots they should be, like what goals they should be achieving at what age, and encourages you on ways to help them reach those goals. So one of the cool parts about this is it gives you this page here that just tells you, at this age that your kid is at, here are some of the things that they may be able to do, right? Like point to things, especially things that they like. They might get frustrated and they're figuring out their emotions a little bit. They might be able to start learning some objects and pictures. They should say around 10 to 15 words-ish, and stuff like that. So again, if your kids aren't making those goals, that's okay. Every kid is different. But at the average, these are some of the things that kids at this age should know. And I think for me, that's been really helpful because I'm like, I don't know where she should be at developmentally. So this just gives me kind of like a template as to where my daughter should be and what we can be focusing on. So let's try to go through this with the progress that they have shown. So first one in here is just a little board book. Max and Nana go to the park. So let's see what this is. So I just took a quick look through this one. So this book, it definitely has some moments of helping kids learn words, but then also the storyline of it, the little boy is playing at the playground and gets hurt. And so like you get this full picture of him crying, right? Which we can all relate to as parents. So I think the main point of this book is just to kind of show a little bit, which is probably more subconsciously showing, that kids are expressing emotions at this age, and it's okay to express those emotions. And as parents, what we can do to help express those emotions best and in a healthy way. So pretty cool little book. I'm sure Amelia will love that. Okay, so I might have to move this box. So this is the race and chase ramp. This is, at this age, kids are kind of figuring out how things work a little bit. And so this one is a way for kids to kind of play around with the mechanics of this toy, figure out how it works, learn a little bit about gravity. I think those are some like the subconscious things that they're learning about, right? But yeah, you just basically drop the cars on, and because of how the cars are, when they hit the ramp, they flip over and everything like that. So this is just a fun little one for the kids to play with. I think this is actually a really cool one. I love the look of this. I think that's one thing that I really like about Lovevery is that all of their toys just have a nice aesthetic look to them. But I think this one will be a very fun one for Amelia to play with. And again, it goes towards that developmental skill of trying to figure out how things work and learn them. So I think that's a cool one. So put that over to the side. Also, I'm just looking at this little description box, and I think it's cool because not only is it like showing that kids are learning the mechanics of how toys work, but it even goes a little bit deeper. Like they say, like this helps the kids learn how to squat down and pick something up from the floor without falling over, so they're learning balance. So it's like every toy has a multi-facet growth element that the kids are focusing on with this, whether they realize it or not. So I think that's really cool. Okay, so the next one is this fuzzy bug shrub. So inside there are some different bugs. You got a ladybug. I wonder if this sticks to it. Does it? Not really. I mean, kind of. I guess it does. You've got an ant. So I think the main point of this toy is to help kids learn finger strength, while also, you know, the mechanics of using their fingers. At this age, kids should be able to figure out how to use their fingers to grab things, open things, pinch things, stuff like that. And so this one is just kind of helping with that finger strength and dexterity. The lid they would have to open, sticking their little hands. I can't fit my hand in here, but as kids, sticking their little hands in to pull these things out, sticking them to the shrub, throwing them back in there, stuff like that. And so this one is just a little tiny one, but I can see Amelia really enjoying these. She'll probably put these in her mouth. Okay, so this next one is a wooden pegboard sort of thing. Starts with this, and then inside this little box, and then we've got these 12 little blocks. And so basically the blocks can stack inside each of the pegs, or they can stack on top of each other. Apparently at this age, kids are learning quantities. They're not fully understanding, you know, what number comes after which number, but they're understanding more versus less. And so subconsciously, I think they're starting to learn these things, along with also learning colors. Kids at this age may be able to start saying colors, but they may not attribute it to the right color. But they're starting to understand what colors are and what the words for them are. So for this one, it shows them, you know, that you can stack these by colors. You can organize them by colors. You can also focus on numbers like quantity of, you know, more or less. Try to start counting with them. But even just on top of that, I mean, learning the concentration of having to put these in the peg hole, making sure they fit right, stacking them up and doing a task. So this is a cool one. I know Amelia will like this. There's been other similar sort of ones that we've had from past boxes that she really likes. So I think this one will be a big hit for her. Okay, so this one, I love that. I feel like most of the boxes that we get from Lovevery have some sort of puzzle like this. And so I really like these puzzles because these little knobs on here are really, really tiny. They're tinier than, like, you know, obviously these pegs. And so having to grab and pinch with their finger and thumb is really helping the kids learn fine motor skills. But then also, you know, figuring out where these different ones go. Again, I love that they're really colorful and fun. I really like that these are like clear see-through plastic. I don't know. I just personally like that. I think that looks cool. Amelia loves puzzles like this. She loves pulling them out and putting them back in. And it's actually really cool to watch her figure out how these work, which piece goes in which spot. So yeah, this is a fun one to let your kids kind of figure out the mechanics of it again, figure out how they work, but then also learn those fine motor skills of pinching with their finger and thumb. So this one is a threadable bead kit. So you've got the string. Basically what it is it's supposed to help kids learn how to use both hands at the same time. So they've got one hand being the holder, one hand what they call being the manipulator, the one doing a task, I guess. So it's supposed to be one of those fine motor skills to help them learn how to piece the thing onto it, string it down, you know, put different elements on, figuring out how it works. Also, I guess you could also try to teach them how to organize by shape or color or make a pattern, which is pretty cool too. This is a cool one that I really see Amelia enjoying, even if it's just flinging the string around a little bit. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. So that's all the main toys that come in the box. But then if we go back to this little book, they actually show you a few more things that you can be doing, games that you can be doing with stuff that you have at home for your kids. All right, so there's things like giving them a sponge and letting them, you know, clean, letting them play music on everyday stuff like pots and pans, some sensory play with, you know, fruit or Play-Doh, serving themselves. This is one we haven't really, like, at least with a spoon, seen Amelia do yet. But it's encouraging to think that, like, oh, okay, this is the time where she could start learning that. So for me, I'm like, okay, let's give her a spoon and some yogurt and see what she does. And obviously it'll take a little bit of time for her to figure it out, but she is at the point, I guess, where those fine motor skills and being able to pinch something, you know, she could be able to serve herself food with a spoon. So we'll try that out. So yeah, so I think it's cool that they come with some toys, but then also some additional activities that you can do at home. So this, I mean, this book, like I said, this is the key. This is what's important. I mean, the toys are important, yes, but like this is what's awesome, I think. This is my favorite part. Okay, so this is everything that comes in the Lovevery Adventurer box. A lot of fun toys, a lot of fun ideas on how to help your kids grow developmentally. So yeah, and if I didn't explain well what Montessori is, basically all of these toys come from a Montessori approach at learning, which is more so focused on helping kids figure things out on their own. It's a lot more minimalistic, I feel like. Kind of shies away from like screens and stuff like that, which I'm not like all about Montessori, but I do think that these are really fun toys. I love that it does help them learn a little bit, figure things out. Amelia is really, really good at entertaining herself, and I think part of that is having toys like this that require her to kind of figure them out on her own a little bit. So I think this is a really cool approach to toys. Again, personally, I just love the look of these. There's something aesthetically pleasing about, you know, wood block toys and these colors that they have. And so, I don't know. I like seeing these on our toy shelf other than, you know, some, I don't know, phone thing that plays annoying sounds. So, yeah, so these are definitely ones that she will enjoy, and we love getting Lovevery boxes. I encourage you to check Lovevery out. If it's something that is that could work for your family, I encourage you to try it out. It definitely can be a little bit more of a pricey option to some toys. I think the kits like this at this stage are something like $120, and you get a new kit every 3 months. So it's definitely a little bit of a chunk of money, but for me, I think it's well worth it. Amelia really, really likes these toys. I really like these toys. I mean, I'm honestly gonna have some fun playing with this with her. But I think it also, more than just being fun toys, it definitely has that developmental aspect to it for kids, which is really important. And then also, just on a pricing note, like if you look up some of the toys like these on Amazon, like I looked up this ramp on Amazon, and obviously the Lovevery ramp isn't on Amazon, but they do have some other ones on there that, you know, come in at $30, $40. And so for me, I'm like, if I'm gonna pay for that, like, I don't really like the look of some of the ones I see on there. I like the look of this a lot more. And so, you know, when you add some of these different toys up, I'm sure you can find replacement ones for these or competitor ones for these. But to me, to get them all together in a box is really, really cool. And then again, I think this is the key. Like, this is one of the most important parts of the Lovevery box. And so to get all the information and knowledge that comes with this, to me is really, really cool. So yeah, I encourage you to check out Lovevery. And thanks for watching. If you guys like this, we'd love for you to like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you guys next time.